Oh, how's everyone doing tonight? I know it feels good down to Beemore, man. I am out of town, so I ain't gonna be able to enjoy the weather. I'm working. But anyways, hope everybody had a good day, and yada, yada, yada. So, y'all know I do videos based off of experiences and such, so I just had a little experience today. So I'm gonna do a video on it, obviously. Just give my little 2 cents on it. There was a woman that I was conversing with through Facebook Messenger, and she had informed me that, you know, she thought I was cute and things of that nature, and yada yada yada. So just innocent talks and stuff like that, you know. So just, you know, hey, good morning, how you doing? And I'm a gentleman, so, you know, I proceeded to do the same, you know, like, hey, good morning, how you doing? And, you know, hope everything's all right, and, you know, this and that. You know, she had some personal things go on, and, you know, I commented on it and such. So, you know, real innocent stuff. One particular thing had happened a few weeks ago, several weeks ago, where she accused me of sleeping with somebody that I'm cool with, and you know, I basically, in so many words, and you know, I did it very nicely, you know, or at least not. I think I did it in a respectful manner. I just told her, like, you know, well, first and foremost, you know, whoever I'm chilling with is who I'm chilling with, and on top of that, not saying that I did sleep with this person. But since you're going to accuse me, let me make this very clear here. I'm single. You're single. So you don't have a right to tell me or make me feel any type of way if I do choose to sleep with a particular person. That's none of your business. That's between me and that person, if we're, you know, as long as we're consenting adults and stuff like that, you know? So she was a little upset at my response. Didn't speak to me for a few days. But, of course, I don't know where she hits me up. And she's like, hey, how you doing? Yada, yada, yada. Like, everything is okay. So, here we are. Fast forward. You know, a couple more, hey, how you doing? And stuff like that. And, you know, hey, how's your day going? Crush and Facebook crush and all that type of stuff. I'm just like, oh, my day's going okay. I got to work. I got to head out of town. Stuff along those lines. And, you know, when people joke, but they serious, but they joke, but they're serious. So she threw a little joke in there. It was like, oh, don't be taking nobody to such and such. And I'm like, no, all play, no work, you know? So she comes back and is like, I like how you didn't answer the question. And I'm like, what question? So then she's like, well, it's more of a statement. And I was like, I did? I was like, well, 1, yeah, it was a statement. 2, I kind of did, because I was just like, no, I'm working. I don't have time to take anybody wherever. So fast forward again to today. She proceeds to send me a message of a person's name that I guess I frequently like their status, and you know, the person's on my friends list. Now, they send their name, and like, I know that name. She's like, I know that name rings a bell. So of course I'm just like, yeah, why? You know why I don't play dumb. So I'm like, what? And she's like, you know, you obviously like her. And I'm like, what brought you to that conclusion? And again, she states, don't play dumb. And I'm like, okay, so are you going to be an adult and explain how you came to that conclusion? Or am I just going to have to assume that you just made this up? So obviously she didn't like my response and proceeded to tell me that she is an adult. Don't get it twisted, something along those lines. And, you know, I proceeded to, you know, she proceeded to explain to me that, oh, well, I always like this person's status, and I'm loving their status, and I share their status. And I'm like, it's hilarious to me. I'm not going to put the person's name out there, either party, because it's just, it's unnecessary. But it's just funny because I'm like, let me get this straight. You've been watching my who I'm liking. You've been watching you've been stalking my timeline, essentially, and watching whose status I'm liking. And it's so funny because the person that I do like, and this and that, see, already I'm messing up in the video. Not that I like the person. The person's status that I do like or that I'll share, it's always something inspirational. And as y'all know, I'm trying to be a better man. Like, I'm trying to just be a better person in general. And I want to uplift people, and I want to show people that, you know, growing is a part of life, and growing is every day, and you grow every day. And yeah, we all make mistakes, and yeah, we all this and that, but as long as you're genuine enough to want to grow, then there's nothing wrong with that. And this person shares inspirational statuses or just statuses that I agree with, and I'll reshare it, or I'll like it, or whatever, right? Okay, so with that being said, and mind you, I understand what some of y'all may be thinking. Why are you explaining yourself? I'm a gentleman. It is what it is, you know, when I want to be. It is what it is. But no, you know, I wanted to see how far this would go. So, you know, I proceeded to, you know, I told her, I said, so let me get this straight. And I'm paraphrasing, obviously, what I said. Let me get this straight. You're accusing me of liking somebody and feeling them because I like and share their status? And I said, okay, listen, I don't know who's hurt you in the past, but you need to take that out on somebody else, because I don't have the time, the energy, the patience. It's a big waste of energy. Like, I don't have time for that, you know? So you want to come and accuse people of stuff when I didn't even do anything. And I had to tell her just straight up, because I made the decision. I said, look, I don't have time for that, because one, you're not my woman. I don't have a lady. You know, I'm single. This is not something that I have to deal with. You know what I'm saying? If you are insecure to that point, then you need to, you know, you need to work on yourself. And I told her in so many words, you know, you need to really look at yourself and work on yourself and grow as a person, you know? And I told her that. I said, you need to grow as a person, and God bless you. Right? She didn't like that. Proceeded to tell me that I'm arrogant, I'm full of myself, and I ain't even all that. And here's the really funny thing. No one can screenshot me and say I hopped in their inbox. No one can screenshot me and say I'm like, oh, let's go, whatever. I'm saying in a way that I'm saying, like, no one can say that I hopped in their inbox or I sent them a message like, oh, like the first thing I said, not no, hey, how you doing? Not no, the first thing I said was, yo, let's get it on, and not like that. Nobody can do that, because I'd never done that. This woman proceeded to call me arrogant and full of myself because I proceeded to let her know that, hey, obviously you're going through stuff, or obviously you've been hurt in the past, and you need to really take the time out to figure out how it is you need to get past whatever hurt you're going through. Because you taking that out on me and acting like you don't trust me and all that type of stuff. First of all, me and you don't have nothing going on. You know, second of all, I don't even know what you look like in real life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've only seen you on Facebook. Third of all, like, you live here and I live here. It's not that type of party, you know? You're living life, I'm living life. And again, I understand. I probably divulged a little bit too much. I probably gave a little bit too much energy to that anyway, because I didn't have to do all of that. But I like to get to the bottom of things, because once again, she involved a third party that is on my friends list that I am cool with. You know, we don't converse or anything like that. You know, that person lives their life, I live my life. We met up a few years ago when I was in a club still and all that type of stuff. But, you know, I just want to make sure that, because I know that person has their own life and they have a relationship, and I don't want to have this come out on Facebook and turn into something that it doesn't need to turn into. So I proceeded to try to get to the bottom of things. So once I saw that, you know, obviously I got to the bottom of it, and I had to tell her just straight up, like, you know, you need to really figure things out, you know. And again, let me finish the story. She proceeded to tell me that I'm arrogant, I'm full of myself, and, you know, she's a grown woman and all that type stuff. And I unfriended her, and then I you know, she sent the message after I unfriended her, so I was just like, why are you still, like, sending me this, I'm arrogant and all that type of stuff? So I put a little thumbs up and was like, you know, again, God bless. And that's where my status came from. She proceeded to say F you. So, and I'm like, dang, I didn't even do anything. I told you God bless. I could have cussed you out. Which leads me to the point I wanted to make. Look, man. I know I made a video a few weeks ago that said you got to take responsibility of what you allow to be in your presence, the type of energy you allow around you and stuff like that. You got to take responsibility. Stop allowing things to be in your presence that doesn't deserve to be in your presence. You understand? Do not put up with foolishness that you absolutely do not have to deal with. Let it go. Push it to the side. I could have ignored it. You're absolutely right, whoever's thinking that from watching this. I could have very well ignored it, but I chose not to. And, you know, I've got to this point. There are people out there that are miserable. There are people out there that are, miserable. There are people out there that have gone through things in their life that they haven't gotten over yet. There are people that have been hurt and they haven't fully healed yet. And what they'll end up doing, some of them, not all, what they'll end up doing is they'll lash out. They'll lash out. They'll lash out. The second you say something that they don't like, they lash out. The second that you do something that triggers their insecurities, they lash out. There's people like that. And it's, you know, that's life. You know, I would never knock her. He was walking a little closer to the van. I was about to say, what the heck is this? I'm about to get right. Anyway, I'm not going to knock her. I mean, I am kind of knocking her because it's funny. It is funny to me because it's like, yo, I didn't even do anything. And for you to come out your face and call me arrogant, like you didn't come in my inbox and send me a photo of you and all that type of stuff. Like, baby girl, like, I'm not gonna put her name out there, but I'm just like, baby, like, it's not that type of party, you know what I mean? Like, it's just crazy. But that right there showed me, one, that, whew, boy, it really is hard being the bigger person sometimes, let me tell you, because I literally was ready to cuss her out because I don't like foolishness. And because I'm very upfront with people. I'm very honest with people. I don't have to lie to anybody. There's no need for me to lie to anybody. I don't want nothing from you. If you and me are on the same page when it comes to talking or being friends or having something physical materialize, anything along those lines, I'm gonna be straight up honest with you because I don't have time. I don't need to lie. There's no need for that. You know? It's too much of that going around. There's too much of people trying to get in people's pants by manipulating them and all that type. No, don't have time for that. Do you want to go? You want to have sex? We probably have a good time. Do you want to be friends? I can be a good friend. Do you want to just get some advice and then don't ever speak to me again? I can do that too. Like, you just need to be honest with yourself. And some people don't know how to deal with that honesty. And some people don't know how to look in the mirror and be honest with themselves and say, maybe, and here's the thing, even if anything I said did upset her, even if she had taken a second to just say, you know what, let me just leave you alone because this ain't whatever. But the simple fact that she engaged and proceeded to get hostile, essentially, not super hostile, but just hostile, because, you know, people only go off like that on you when they're mad. And I didn't say anything that warranted her to say F me and I'm arrogant and all that. You've all heard my responses. I just simply said you need to figure out what it is that hurts you and figure out how to deal with it, because I don't have time to deal with that. Like, you know what I'm saying? For you to throw that energy at me when I didn't do that, and for you to throw that energy at me when we not no couple, we not even, like, we are Facebook buddies. Like, that's about it. You don't have my number, I don't have your number. Like, you know, a person like that is hurt because of something so minute and minuscule like that, like this. If something like that got you to that point, then you've been hurt. It's just no two twos about that. You've been hurt before and you haven't fully healed from that. And you allow that hurt to manifest and you allow that hurt to lash out at people. So, you know, healing is a big step. You know, and unfortunately, a lot of people don't want to heal. A lot of people like to remain that way and want to stay that. And you know, I know everybody is different. I'm not saying everybody should just be, oh, I'm healed, and you know, and you know, and take food. No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, you know, you gotta get to a point where, like I said, I try to say that growth is key here. You gotta grow. You gotta be the best version of you. I heard that from, I heard that in several different places, but I remember like the first time I heard, it probably wasn't the first time, but the time that it resonated the most was, crap, I can't remember his name. That black German actor, Boris something. He was on, Husbands of Hollywood and, all that. Yeah. Boris something. Yeah. Him and his wife. And they were talking about themselves and their relationship. And he was like, you know, you want to be the best version of yourself that you can, you know? And I was like, and like I said, it resonated with me. And I was just like, he's absolutely right. You got to be the best version of you, for you. You know what I'm saying? You can't expect other people to be the best version of them, or try to be the best versions of them, you know, for you, if you're not the best version of you. And if you don't, if you don't try to be the best version of you, you know, I mean, it is what it is. You know, some people want to stay at a certain level. Some people want to stay. You know, there are people out there that just yearns for misery, that just yearns to stay in, you know, just that type of mindset, you know. But people like that, if that's not the way you're moving, people like that, you got to curve them. And that's it, you know. But you got to be responsible for what you allow into your vicinity, what you allow in your circle, okay? When you got to curve somebody, you got to curve them. And as you can see, there's no need to necessarily say F you, you know, you a weak, this, that. I could have done all that. Like, you weak, you whack, you lame, you this, you that. I could have done all of that because what she did was lame. But, you know, I chose to take a different route because I'm trying to be a better person, you know, and I want to show her that, you know what I'm saying, even though me and you ain't vibing no more, I'm going to still show you that I'm a better person. So, you know, being the bigger person is tough. It is. It's very tough. Sometimes I just want to cuss people out. And a few people know me. Personally, I have the tongue and I have the capabilities of doing it. But I'm trying to be a better person. So, that's it. That's all. It's my little story. And my little thoughts, you know. Be mindful. Again, reminder, be mindful of what you allow around you. Be mindful of, and if you are a hurt individual, and you know, and you take heed and you notice that you do lash out at people when certain behaviors or certain things trigger something and you lash out, you know, really figure out whether or not you've healed from what you've gone through before, okay? Really figure out whether or not you were able to let it go and to grow from that experience and to say, okay, this is something that I've dealt with before. Let me ask this, let me see this, let me pay attention, and if it goes that route, you know, let me just exit from this situation. Or let me address it. And if it's something that I see that's like, let me exit from the situation. Don't sit there and string something along and then want to cause some type of argument, want to cause some type of this and all that. Nobody has time for that. You see something and you made you feel a certain way, say it. Hey, you like this person? Okay. Oh, I saw this. No, that's not the case. Okay. All right. And keep it moving. And don't sit there and be like, well, that's what she did, Grease. No, that's not what she did. She straight up said you like this person and took the person's name and did all of that. And I'm like, whoa, like, yo, like, you're looking at, like, what is wrong with you? Like, it's interesting, but you know what? It's so funny because I can't do nothing but feel, and I know it's going to sound cliche, but I, honest to God, do feel sorry for her. I hope she heals. She's not going to see this video because she blocked me. Oh, man. Well, God bless. I hope none of y'all tell me F me. Have a good night. All right.